In a previous video, I showed how you could do different infills using modifier blocks in the Orca Slicer, but I could never change layer heights. Well, now I can show you that you can change layer heights and infill in the same print inside of Orca Slicer. I'll explain it all on today's Filament Friday. Today's video is sponsored by the E-Leveler 2. It's the electronic module that helps you get that perfect bed level on knob-adjusted beds. You can get it today at Amazon.com. Let's start this project with a baseline of settings, a 0.12 layer height and 50% infill on this, a Harry Potter wand that I found on Thingiverse. Now this isn't the strongest way to print it, but I'm going to print it standing up like this in Orca Slicer. I want to capture this detail, so I'm going to use a 0.12 layer height. But I also want 50% up here at the top, so under strength, I'm going to pick 3 walls and also 50% infill. And then the bottom is not exactly flat, so I need to add supports. So I'm going to click on supports only from the build plate and build a little platform underneath it, and when I slice it, it comes out pretty nice. So this is the bottom, and it's going to be the 0.12 all the way up, 50% infill, as you can see the infill. And when I do this, it takes 5 hours and 38 minutes to print it. Now if I just wanted to print this faster, I could print it at a 0.28 layer height, 10% infill, and that would be a lot faster. I'd lose detail on the handle and I wouldn't have the strength up at the top, but I just set it to 0.28, 50% infill, and it'll only take 2 hours to print. So it's a significant savings in time, but it's not what I want. Now I want to capture the detail on the handle, so I want to print with a 0.12 layer height on that handle section alone. Now I could use that method that I showed in the previous video for Cura using blocks. So let's try that. So here in Orca Slicer version 2.1.1, I can add a modifier, a cylinder, and that's going to force me to go into the objects, so it breaks things up. I've got the wand here and also the cylinder, so I can adjust the cylinder separately. So I'm going to move it here onto the handle, lift it up so it just covers the handle. So anything within this cylinder, I can now adjust what the settings will be. So I come down here to the cylinder, click on it, but it only shows me the infill and wall loops and the frequent. If I go to quality, I don't see the layer height. It's just gone. And this was the problem I had in Cura. I couldn't do this before. If I go to the wand, I see the layer height set at 0.12, but if I want to set it in just the handle, I can't do that with this method. So let's get rid of that. Let me show you another way to do it. So let me show you the height range modifier in Orca Slicer. But first I need the heights. Well, in Orca Slicer, they have this measure tool. So I can click up here at the top of the handle and then the base, and it'll tell me how tall that is. In this case, 88 millimeters. And there's another spot I want to measure. Further up this wand, there's a section in the middle. So I want to measure from the top of that to the base and record that measurement. And it comes out to right around 142 millimeters. And now I want the total height of this thing, which I can just go to the scale and see the Z height is 290 millimeters. Now I just right click on the print and I slide down like before, but only this time I pick height range modifier. And what that does is in the objects menu over here, it gives me a range of 0 to 2 millimeters under the layers section. And so at the bottom you can see the numbers. I can change that 2 into the height of this handle that I measured, or 88 millimeters. And then you'll see it's got markers here. Now it's slightly short, so I need to adjust that up. But what's nice is when I click on that range, I now have layer height. I can adjust layer height along with the other things. So this is what I couldn't do before. So let's correct this to 90 to get the whole handle. But now I've got all the setting changes that I want. Layer height, infill, and more. And now I could set the overall wand to 0.28 by clicking on the Harry Potter wand in objects, but under layers, if I click on that range, you'll see that it's still a 0.12 only for the handle. Now this added 1 hour to the print, but I'm only affecting the handle. And you can see here in the preview, I go from 0.12 in the handle to the 0.28 above it. So you can see it's actually working in the preview mode. So I'm getting the real fine detail below and then the 0.28 on the rest of the wand. Now, what if I have a second section that I want to adjust to a 0.2 layer height, for example? You don't right-click on it, you go to the layers, and in the lower right-hand corner you see a plus and a minus. If you click on plus, you add another height range, and it starts at the previous height of 90, so it's already stacked. And then I put the height that I measured before, 142, so now I have a second range from 90 to 142. When I look at it, it's off again, so let's adjust that to 145, and now it covers that whole middle section. But again, I can come in here and change the layer height. So instead of 0.28, it's 0.20. Infill density is going to stay the same. So now I have a second layer height. And now if we look in preview mode, we have the 0.12 in the handle. And as we go further up, we have our 0.20 that we just created. And then further up, we see it transitions to the 0.28, which is the top of the wand. So this is working great. I got 3 different regions. Now what about modifying the infill like I did in the Cura video? Well, it's 10% all the way through this thing, so let's do the same thing. Let's do a modification to the infill. And I want to split this in half now. It's not thirds. 50% of the top half, 10% of the lower half. So I can just come into the Harry Potter one and say, let's make it 50%. But the ranges, because I didn't set those specifically, they changed to the generic, or 50. So what I could do is just go back into those ranges and set those to a specific 10%. And then you'll see the little symbol will show up next to it showing that you modified it. But you don't necessarily have to do that. And what I would prefer, and what I'm going to show you, is you can just make another range. So I'm going to leave everything following the overall, and I'll add another range this time from the 145 all the way up to the top of the wand, or 290 millimeters. And then I'll go into that range and I'll specifically make the top of it 50%. So I can leave the overall as 10% to cover the first 2 ranges, and then this one will be 50%, and I can even modify the wall loops if I want. So now I've got the handle, which is set to a specific 0.12 layer height, but a generic 10% overall infill. The middle section is a 0.20 layer height, the generic 10% infill. And then the top of it is a generic 0.28 layer height, but a specific 50% infill. And all this matches the design that I wanted. And when I slice that, it says 3 hours and 28 minutes. And when I do the preview, you can see the first half is a 10% infill, then it switches to the 50% infill all the way up to the top of the print. So it's doing exactly what I want. So now let's go back and compare the baseline to this multi-height module. So it's 5 hours and 38 minutes with a 0.12 50% throughout. But now I have exactly what I wanted and did it in 3 hours and 28 minutes. So I saved 2 hours and got exactly what I wanted. So here it is printing on my Creality K1 Max with a red PLA. Red PLA tends to show errors on camera real easy, so that's why I wanted to do that. Now the base broke away real easy, which was nice, and here's the print. It looks pretty good, but let's look at a close-up between the 0.12 and the 0.20. Pretty good transition there. 2.0 to 2.8, not a big deal, but the print came out really nice. But this is a wand, so I want to print it in wood. So I have this Hatchbox wood filament, and I did not get the settings perfect, but it came out pretty nice and broke away from the base, no problem. The 0.12 to 0.20 transition looked pretty good. The 0.20 to 0.28, not a big deal, but I actually cracked the wand and I had to glue it together. Orca Slicer and Bamboo Slicer both are based on Prusa Slicer, which I believe has had this feature for a little while, but now you know how to use it in Orca Slicer. So hopefully this helps you make the settings that you want within your 3D print. Now if I want this wand to be stronger, I would lay it flat like this, but now it makes it harder to do the changes that I want to do. So that's a challenge for a future project. I want to thank my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, these videos would not be possible. If you don't want to be a Patreon supporter, you can still support the channel by buying an E-Leveler 2 if you need one of those. I also have a Filament Friday toolkit, which is really handy for 3D printing. So check them out. There'll be links in the description below. If you like what I'm doing here, maybe check out some of the videos popping up. If you want to help support the channel, Patreon is one way, or a membership at thangs.com. And if nothing else, click on the logo and subscribe. I'll see you next time right here at Chuck Hellebuck's Electronic Products and Filament Friday.